So this is not going to replace your iPad, but if you are looking for a budget-friendly tablet with some very good features, then the VANKYO MatrixPad Z10 may just be the one for you. And more importantly, I will actually be giving this tablet away, so make sure you watch this video to the end to find out how you can enter in this competition. This will be the first prize, but I'm also going to be giving away a couple of RD vouchers for 30 days. So if you haven't got RD, then trust me when I say you really are missing out, because let's just say I would not do any kind of streaming without RD, just because of the quality, just because of the links, and the fact that I've never had any kind of buffering when using RD is just something that I always recommend. So there will be a couple of vouchers up for grabs, so definitely do check out that competition at the end of this video. Now, one of the best features about this tablet is the fact that you do get an IPS screen. Now, having an IPS screen is not something I would expect to see at this price point, so it's great that we get that with the MatrixPad. You also get dual cameras. You have 13 megapixel rear camera, and then for your selfies and video calls you get a 5 megapixel front camera. This does have a MediaTek quad-core CPU, but it is one of the lower tier ones. You also get 3 gigs RAM and also 32 gig storage, but as it's an Android tablet, you can easily expand that storage up to 128 gig by just adding in a memory card. And in the box you should find the actual tablet itself, a USB charge cable, a user manual, and a quick start guide. Okay, let's open that up. I've actually been using this for a week now, which is why the box is not sealed. And in fact, I don't think even the tablet's in there. No, it's not. Okay, so inside the box you got the actual tablet first. Let's put that to one side. Here is the user manual or the user guide. Here is the quick start guide. And on this side over here, we should have the USB charging cable. Yes, we do. So that's how you can basically charge a tablet, but it is a standard micro USB cable, so I'm sure you have one of those cables lying around. And here is the actual tablet itself. So if I just take you around the tablet, okay, so on this side here we have the power button, you have the volume rocker, here is the micro USB charging port, you have a headphone jack, here is the memory card slot, and lastly you have the micro HDMI out. So you can plug this directly into your TV, and here is the microphone port here. Let's turn that on. Now, in terms of competition, I would say this is a direct rival to the Amazon Fire HD10 tablet. Both are 10 inches, both are similar prices. One big difference is when you do buy the HD10 tablet, it is running the Fire OS operating system, which, as we know from our Fire Sticks, it is a lockdown version of Android, and there's no direct access to the Play Store by default. Whereas on this tablet, it's actually running the latest Android 9. Let's go over to settings and let's go into system. And here we can just confirm this is running Android version 9. Let's back out of that. Now, in terms of performance, as mentioned at the start of this video, this doesn't have a very powerful MediaTek processor. It is definitely aimed on more of the budget side. However, for your day-to-day tasks like, browsing the web, using Facebook, watching videos, I found the performance to be more than adequate. Scrolling around, it all performs fine. Let's just try another news site. So BBC News. Let's click on that. And this does support both 5 gigahertz and 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi. But we can see, guys, how fast it's loading pages, the scrolling. When I click on something, it is fairly responsive. So browsing pages on here, no problem. Let's back out of that. Now, in terms of media consumption, you can install Netflix, but you are limited to 480p playback. Let's just try that now. Okay, let's just try something here. And if any of you guys are interested in basketball, then I definitely recommend checking out this documentary because it really is just phenomenal. Okay, let's back out of that. So Netflix does work fine. Now, this is a cool feature, guys, because this is running Android 9. You can do multitasking in your application. So even though I've minimized Netflix, we can see it's still running there in the background. So now, for example, I could open up my email, open up a browser tab, or do something else. And then when I want to go back to that, I can just click on that and then carry on watching it. So that really is a great feature of having the latest version of Android on your tablet. Let's back out of that. Now, another cool feature about this tablet is that it does actually have built-in GPS. Now, GPS is definitely something I wouldn't expect at this price point. So again, it's great that VANKYO have actually included this in the Matrix Z10. Now let's look at the cameras. So that is the 13 megapixel camera there, which is the rear camera. So I will try and show you some shots I've taken with this camera. And let's look at the front one. And here we can see the front camera. Now, in terms of bloatware, I didn't really see much installed on this tablet at all, so I would say it's very close to stock Android as you can get. On top of that, there's actually 2 other cool features in here. One, which is eye comfort. Let's turn that on. So this reduces some of that glare that you have on your screen, and it makes it a bit easier on the eyes. You also have this reading mode, which I thought was very interesting. Let's turn that on. And this basically more or less turns your screen into grayscale, so very much like the Kindle. So if you are going to be staring at your screen for a long time, maybe you're reading or doing some other stuff on there, having it like this really makes it so much easier on the eyes. Let's try some video playback. Okay, looking very smooth so far. So this is actually videos I've copied directly onto the tablet. Now, of course, the great feature about having an Android tablet is you can just plug it directly into your PC, into your computer, and just drag across files, media files, music, even applications like APKs you can drag directly from your computer onto your Android device and install it. Okay, here we can see another video. Again, performance is very good, colors are sharp, vivid, and that really is just a fantastic picture. So I'd say definitely without a doubt, one of the strongest features of this tablet is definitely that IPS screen. Again, very nice colors. In case you're wondering why I haven't actually put the volume up, because I do believe these have, yeah, because it's just to make sure I don't get any kind of like copyright warnings from YouTube. But definitely, guys, we can see in terms of local video playback, this really has no issues whatsoever. Alright, so let's see if this budget tablet can handle a bit of Call of Duty Mobile. But we can see that that is actually playing fine. I mean, yes, the graphics are actually on low, but still looks alright to me. I mean, especially at this price point. I mean, obviously this is not going to replace your iPads or your flagship tablets, but you know, for a tablet that costs just over £100, I can play games like this. I can definitely play all of the retro games. I can watch videos, you know, consume Netflix, Amazon Video, all that kind of stuff. I think that's still pretty impressive, especially at this price point. Take that. Let's try a bit of emulation. So I'm just going to pair my Xbox One controller onto this via Bluetooth. So let me do that now. Let's head over to settings. Actually, whilst we're in settings, let me just mention one quick thing. So in terms of performance, as I always like to do on all my Android devices, I did actually enable the developer options, which we can see are inside system, which we can see are here. And the reason why I did that was I actually turned off the animations, because when I first got this tablet, I did notice that the animations were a bit sluggish. So, you know, opening up windows or closing things down, it did seem to be a bit sluggish. By enabling the developer options and going down here and turning these three things off, the Windows animation scale, the transition animation scale, and the animator duration scale. So I turned those off, and of course that definitely improved the performance. And if you want to do that on your device, just go into About Tablet and tap this 7 times. And after the 7th time, it'll say here that you are already a developer or you are a developer. Do that, then go back up one. Then you can go to those options and then turn those animations off. I definitely think that helps out the performance of this tablet. Let's go back. Let's pair a new device. Here is the Xbox wireless controller. And let's see if that works first time. Do you want to pair that? So let's click on pair. Okay, that's now connected. Let's press the back button. And we can see I'm now controlling my tablet using my Xbox controller. So let's try a bit of gaming. Let's check the performance. All right, it's running absolutely fine. So yes, this doesn't have a super fast CPU, but at this price point, you know, for basic media consumption, for, you know, watching videos, you know, playing some games like this, some retro stuff, or basic 2D games, I think this tablet is more than adequate. All right, so definitely no issues emulating these arcade games. Let's back out of this. And these classic sideways scrolling arcade games are going to run absolutely flawlessly on this tablet. And here we can just see the tablet on Amazon, guys. So definitely at that price point, you know, you're getting the latest version of Android, Android 9. You're getting 3 gigs of RAM, 32 gigs of storage, which you can expand if you want to. You're getting a full HD IPS display, 13 megapixel rear camera. You get both 2.4 and 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi. Yes, the processor is a little bit on the weaker side, but as we saw with day-to-day tasks, browsing the web, watching videos, playing some light games, it really can handle that no problem. So if you guys are interested in this tablet, I will leave all of the relevant links in the video description. Now, as mentioned at the start of this video, I'm actually doing an international giveaway for this tablet and also 3 30-day real Debrid vouchers. Now, to enter that competition, if you just navigate to my website, which is just tdoctoruk.com, when you get to the site, let's click on competition, and here we can just see the brand new competition I've just added in the last few minutes for this full HD tablet and also the 3 times 30-day real Debrid vouchers. Now, very easy to enter. You can enter with Twitter, you can enter with Facebook. If you don't want to use any of those, you can enter in just with your email address. So I can click on this, and let's say my name is testtduk. Enter an email address. Now guys, it's very important you do enter in a valid email address, because if you are the winner, this is how I'll be contacting you. So let me just put in a test email address for now, and then click on save. So that's basically how you enter if you don't want to use Facebook or Twitter. So once you have logged in, you now have multiple ways of getting entries into the competition. You can visit my channel and hopefully subscribe if you want to do that. You can follow me on Twitter. I mean, the first one gives you 100 entries. Following me on Twitter gives you 50 entries. And then you also have some other entries down here like the bonus draw. You can tweet this on Twitter, visit this page, and also follow me on Facebook. But as we've seen in the last, I think 5 or 6 competitions now, every time we have a winner, the winner is always somebody that came back every day and did the daily bonus entry, because really that way, that's the best way you can maximize your chance of winning. So come back every day, click on this thing, and hopefully you can be winning either the tablet or at least one of those 3 30-day real Debrid vouchers. So that's all for this video, guys. Many thanks for watching. If you did find this video useful, do give it a thumbs up. Do leave me a comment below and let me know what you thought about this tablet, and I'll hopefully catch up with you guys real soon. Thanks.